This is another lesson in Module 4, What Makes the World Fascinating. This is our last lesson of the lessons 6 through 21, where we had the same focusing question. We're going to get to our focusing question in a minute. We're going to start with our content-focused question today, which is, how does why mosquitoes buzz in people's ear build my knowledge? So we're going to finish up mostly with this book today and think about how what we learned and how it builds our knowledge of being a good reader and about what makes the world fascinating. Let's first take a look at our fluency poem. Since we've read this a few times, you should know this poem really well and say it with me. Do the motions. Enjoy it, friends. This is a great poem. If we were in school together, I might even call on you, or my Francis Scott Key friends, your teacher might call on you and ask you to perform this fluency poem. So do your best. Get your best acting skills out, friends, and perform this poem with me. Lions roar, lions roar, eagles soar, leopards growl, cheetahs prowl, snakes slide, eagles glide, lizards crawl, jackals call, monkeys leap, snails creep, ants heap, fledglings peep, 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 birds sing, wasps sting, panthers stalk, people talk. Oh my goodness, friends, that is such a fun poem. I hope that you enjoyed it and did some great acting at home, and that you found those rhyming words and even learned about more of the animals that are in the continent of Africa. Well, today I said that we were going to do lesson 21, which is, we have the same focusing question for lessons 16 through 21. How can a story transport you to a different place? Did we go anywhere during these lessons? Nope, we're all at home, aren't we? We got transported in our imagination, friends. We went somewhere in our imaginations. And how did the author and illustrator work together to help us do that? Well, the author used words to tell us what happened in the story. The illustrator used pictures to show us what happened. The picture showed us what the animals were thinking and feeling, and we could pretend because of our imagination. I hope that you did some great thinking about what happened in this story and imagined if you were there right along King Lion as he interviewed all the characters in this text. All right, friends, so let's move on. And remember, our focusing question today, what did you learn from this story? Well, first, in the story, the author, Verna Ardema, not only explained something about the world and taught a lesson about life, but she also made the book really fun to read. Didn't you enjoy it? It was really a fun book to read. And part of that was because of words like buzz, buzz. Say that at home with your best buzz. Good. That's a special kind of word because it names something by trying to copy its sound. It's a sound effect in the story. And she did that with a lot of different words in the text, which made it so fun to read. So I made this Tchart to help us think about all of those special sound effects. So all of these words the author used to help us understand what these animals sounded like and to make it more fun. So you build your knowledge of what these animals sounded like as well. So we know that it was the mosquito that did the buzz. What about the mech, 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 mech? You're right, it was the iguana that made that sound. That was the sound of him walking through the woods. What about the wassa-woo, wassa-woo, wassa-woo? Right, the python made that sound. And I could picture his body moving, wassa woo, wassa woo, wassa woo. And crick, crick, that was that rabbit tearing off through the forest because he was so scared because the python went down in the rabbit hole. What about this one? Caw, caw. Yeah, it was the crow. We learned what the crow sounded like. And this was a sad one. Ta. That was the sound of the falling branch that killed the baby owlet. So sad. And what about hoo? That's the sound of the owl. Good job, friends. So thank you for thinking about not only what was happening in the story, but those sound effect words that the author made this book so fun. So let's keep thinking about what we learned from this book. Was it a storybook or an informational text? You're right, it was a storybook. Those animals were talking, and so we know that it was a make-believe story. What did this story tell us as we read it? And what did we learn? Well, it told us about mosquitoes, why they buzz in people's ears, and we learned why that happened. We also learned a lesson too, right? Little things like a small lie can cause a big amount of trouble. And so we want to make sure that we are truthful and honest all the time. That's what this folktale taught us. Boy, did we learn a lot from this story. I look forward to moving forward with our Wit and Wisdom curriculum, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.